me because he was a teacher for 2 out of the 4 years in middle school. It is a rarity to have a middle school teacher speak at graduation. However, we chose this teacher because he has been special and unique to our class. When asking the student body who we want to ask to speak at our graduation, his name came up more than anybody, and everybody had great memories to tell about him. In fact, I have many memories, but one specific one sticks out in our mind for all of us. This is when he did a demonstration in class about putting as much pressure on the top and bottom side of an egg at the same time, and the egg will never break. Well, let's just say his white shirt had egg splattered on it for the rest of the day. Mr. Augustine has always knew how to make a class laugh and yet keep us all interested in learning. He is a well-respected teacher who we are proud to have here to speak on our behalf. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the class of 2012 special class speaker, Mr. Augustine.
Graduates, family, friends, board members, administration, and fellow staff members. What a great day it is for our graduates and their families, albeit a hot one, but a great one. And I am truly honored to have this opportunity to share some of my thoughts with you today. 23 years ago, my fellow classmates and I received our diplomas from Balders High School, and since that time, I have managed to make it to a few more commencement celebrations, but I must admit, I have never saw the ceremony from this vantage point before. As I reflected upon my thoughts for today, I found myself dusting off my old grade books from 2006, 2008, when I taught this class in my very first years of teaching. I was once again putting the names and the faces together. And as I did this, I couldn't help but notice that Adam Stungy, Nathan Mudge, and Ashton Holzman, you still owe me a weekly reader from the 6th grade. You mentioned that you needed a little bit more time, but 6 years, come on, really? So Mr. Peterson, you might want to hold on to those diplomas. The memories came rushing back, and most of them were good. The amazing thing about memories is that the imagery can be very powerful. It can make you laugh, it can make you cry, and it can last a lifetime. I remember spending time with Jacob Phillips many nights after school, not writing papers or practicing math facts as we probably should have been doing. Instead, we were playing cribbage. We didn't have any perfect hands, but I know I had some pretty perfect days. I remember reading the book Hatchet, and as a culminating activity, I asked the students to put together a final project. As a class, we went outside one blistery day to watch Brendan Wunsch use his outdoor skills to make a fire out of some tinder and a piece of flint. I'm pretty sure that was a fire code violation, and it's a good thing Mr. Hansen was out of the building. Alexis, thanks for bringing up the egg comment, because I had that in my speech, so we'll skip that. The memories just kept on coming, going on wetland field trips and flipping over the front handlebars of a scooter as I raced Sam Masanovich back to the bus. And who can forget the Greek Olympics and the Augustinian homeroom domination? Or how about Tatum Brickner giving me a mohawk in front of the whole school during our Spirit Week celebration back in 2008? I guess I could use another appointment with Tatum because Kelsey Glaza recently pointed out, man, Mr. A, you sure have gotten gray since the last time I saw you. Most recently, I thought it would be a good idea to get in a little bit better shape, and since Robert Bedke was the high school helper in my classroom this fall, I figured he could help me out. Well, it didn't take too long for me to realize that this was a horrible idea. And after 2 painful Mondays of running with Robert, I pulled the plug on that before it got any uglier. The memories are many, but my time here today is short. As a class, you didn't just create lasting memories for me. More importantly, you created lasting memories for yourself and the loved ones in your lives. Whether the activities you participated in centered on academics, art, athletics, music, theater, or the community, you all experienced high levels of success and created many lasting memories. But no matter how great those memories are, at some point, we have to let those feelings go and focus on the future. Or as Bruce Springsteen wrote in his song, Glory Days, time slips away and leaves you with nothing, mister, but boring stories of glory days. And that's the magic of a graduation ceremony. It not only allows you to reflect on the past, but to celebrate all the possibilities that the future holds. It is this future that I would like to share some thoughts with you. Now that you are graduates of Howard Grove High School, I would challenge you to explain to me what it means to be successful. We probably all have a variety of definitions. Well, I bet I have 4 qualities that, if demonstrated, will help you become successful regardless of what your definition of success is. Some of you might remember a question I posed to you a few years ago. What are the 4 most important decisions you will ever have to make? I heard all kinds of responses. What career should I pursue? Should I join the military? Should I go into a 2-year school or a 4-year university? Or should I enter the workforce directly? Where should I live? Should I get married? Should I attend law school or medical school? Should I take that promotion or not? And the answers you came up with went on and on. And there is no doubt that these are very important decisions. And most of you have already begun to find the answers to some of these questions. But I would suggest to you that these are not the most important decisions you will ever have to make. The 4 decisions that I have in mind you make on a daily basis and will determine the level of success you attain, and they have the power to make many of your dreams come true. The first important decision we make each day is how hard are we willing to work that day. Success doesn't just come from hope alone. Success may start with a dream, but it's achieved by ambition, persistence, and perseverance. Think about what our world would be like if the following individuals decided to give up after their first experience with rejection. The late Steve Jobs founded Apple Computers in his parents' garage at the ripe old age of 20. He grew the company to a $2 billion global empire. And by the time he was 30 years old, he was fired by his own board of directors because he didn't share the same vision of the future. Despite this rejection, Steve stayed ambitious, becoming involved in many other business ventures, and later returned to lead Apple Computers. Now, we'd be hard-pressed to find someone who doesn't own some type of Apple electronic device. In fact, because of Steve Jobs' hard work, vision, and guidance, for the 2nd year in a row, Apple is ranked the world's most valuable brand. Many of us have in some way been touched by the magic of Harry Potter. But what we might not realize is the tremendous effort that J.K. Rowling had to put forth before she reached success. J.K. was rejected by 12 publishing houses before the 13th publisher finally accepted her manuscript. Now the Harry Potter brand is valued at over $15 billion, and J.K. is the 2nd richest female entertainer on the planet, behind only Oprah Winfrey. It took Thomas Edison 10,000 attempts before that light bulb finally went on. Walt Disney was fired from his first job for a lack of creativity. The names are many, the ideas are varied, but the one thing their creators all shared was an unwavering work ethic. The second trait we need to decide upon each day is what kind of attitude we're going to display towards others. We've all heard it before, so-and-so has a great attitude, or so-and-so has a bad attitude. But what is an attitude really? Business Dictionary defines attitude as the predisposition or tendency to respond positively or negatively toward an idea, an object, a person, or a situation. The former Notre Dame football coach Lou Holtz had this to say regarding attitude. Ability is what you are capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do, but attitude determines how well you'll do it. In Chris Allen's 2009 hit song, Live Like You're Dying, the songwriter says, we only get 86,400 seconds in a day to turn it all around or to throw it all away. The fact is, we create a lot of our own good fortune and a lot of our own bad luck. We have to live each day to the fullest with no regrets. We have to make each day count because there are no do-over days. Attitude means being prepared each day. Attitude means being resilient. Attitude means being passionate as well as compassionate. Attitude isn't just about what we are capable of achieving for our own selfish reasons. Attitude is also about what we are willing to do for someone else and expecting nothing in return. Successful individuals realize that it is not just enough to do the job. The satisfaction comes with the job well done. The third important decision we make each day is if we are going to be respectful to everyone that we meet. I never really thought much about respect when I was younger. Yes, my parents demanded it, but no, I'm sorry to say, I didn't always show it. I guess I was too insecure with myself and thought if I had to prove something to someone, and if I showed too much respect, that somehow meant that I was soft. But now that I have 3 children of my own, and I see them interacting with their friends and talking to their coaches, teachers, or other parents, I realize how important it is to learn how to respect others. The class of 2012 is on the verge of meeting hundreds of new people. What do you want them to think of you? You can't show respect to others if you don't respect yourself first. Being able to look yourself in the mirror each morning and being proud of who you see looking back at you is a powerful thing. Respect is about accepting the differences found in others. Respect is about accepting an opposing viewpoint even when you're positive that you're right. Respect is about apologizing after you realize that you were in fact wrong. Respect is about biting your tongue in a disagreement rather than trying to get in that last word. Respect is about showing humility in times of triumph. Respect is a funny thing. Everybody wants to be shown respect, yet many are reluctant to show it to others. The key to being shown the respect that you think you deserve is to show that respect to others first. The fourth and final trait we need to decide upon each day is whether or not we're going to be honest individuals. It is said that a man who lacks integrity and honesty may eat well, but an individual who possesses these qualities sleeps better. In an article that appeared in CNN CareerBuilder.com, Rachel Fisher Lane, Vice President of JCPR, a world-leading independent public relations firm, stated that the number one quality of a good leader is the characteristic of honesty. It is not just about the accumulation of material possessions that matters. It's about having integrity. It's about staying true to your principles. It's about being a person of high moral character. Without these virtues, all the material possessions in the world won't matter because you won't have true friends, family, and loved ones who want to be around you to share those treasures. You can't just go out and buy these qualities like you can a car, a boat, or a house. These are special qualities that are developed over time. The qualities I describe may seem simple, but day in and day out, when you're either feeling down, sick, overwhelmed, or flat out of gas, these qualities can be incredibly difficult. In the future, you will be faced with times of uncertainty. You will be faced with times when you feel like the odds are stacked against you. You will be faced with times when you question yourself and wonder if you're ever going to get by. But I promise you that if you're willing to work hard, maintain a positive attitude, respect yourself along with the others, and live each day with a high level of honesty and integrity, you will be able to overcome any challenge that is put before you. And your future will be filled with pride, promise, positive memories, and abundant success. You have been raised by parents who love you. You have been taught by teachers who care about you. Now it is time for you to start writing your own success stories. As Natasha Bedingfield wrote in her 2004 hit song, Unwritten, drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Good luck, God bless, and thank you for this opportunity.